what's up, Roxstars? It's Rox, and I'm coming to you today with a review for Love and Hip Hop Hollywood Season 2, Episode 2. So I'm not at 100 today, you guys. How about one of my fucking fillings came out in the back of one of my back teeth? I was just like, ain't this about a bitch? It's not bothering me, but it's sort of bothering me a little bit. I gotta go to the dentist this evening. I'm not sure if I'm gonna get this shit edited up, but I'm just letting you guys know because I don't feel right. My tongue keep on going over there, and I'm just like, oh my god, it's about to start hurting, you guys. I just don't like having teeth problems. So yeah, that's just to let y'all know what's going on, just in case I seem a little off on this review. But anyway, you guys, Love and Hip Hop, yeah, let's get to it, shall we? So now that I've had, a couple of episodes to look at this whole Miles and Milan situation, I think I'm seeing it a little differently. At first I thought that the Miles boy was going to be taking advantage of Milan because he seems to be a little bit more established in his career. But I don't think that that's what the angle is going to be. I think what the problem is going to be is totally the fact that Miles is not ready to come out the closet. I feel like it's going to be this long agonizing wine fest of Milan trying to get the boy to come out and declare his love, and they can live happily ever after. That shit, it was even getting on my fucking nerves. Every time you turn around, he's saying, he want them to be together out, in public and kissing each other and everything, They can't go nowhere, hang out together unless they at the damn strip club. I was like, now I'm sure there's other places that two men can hang out and we don't think they gay, isn't it? That looks like that's going to be their story. And look, I'm not gay or anything. I guess these type of things are universal in the fact that sometimes that when one person is ready to move a relationship further along than the other, then it's a problem, okay? Gay, straight, interracial, it could be all kind of issues. I don't know if I have a problem with Miles being in the closet. There's plenty of gay guys in the closet. My problem is I hope that he's not down low, not clear on what it is that he's got going on with Amber and her hair. Are they fucking? Are they just friends? Is she just sitting around hoping that he's gonna get it together? Like, what exactly is going on there? Because whatever it is, he's misleading her. She's got some kind of hope somewhere in her mind that it's gonna happen, but they still haven't been clear on whether or not they're fucking, because I don't know. They're dancing real closely on the down low line. But not even thinking about Amber and her hair. Now we got to talk about Amber's daughter that he's playing father figure to. He seems to love the little girl a lot. The little girl seems to love him a lot, Amber is thinking that, this is gonna be the man that helps her take care of her child, and I guess he still can be that man. He just won't be with Amber and her hair. That's where the problem lies, okay? Your status is important only to the fact that the mama thinks that she's going to be with you. It doesn't necessarily have to change with the child, but you guys know how these things go. Sometimes shit gets fucked up with the kids when it's the adults that's fighting. That's the only problem that I have with Miles. Just what exactly is he doing as far as the girl is concerned and her daughter? Now, Miles not coming out the closet, if he is strictly gay and only gay, then yeah, people do that shit on their own time. Nobody can force you out the closet. And if somebody continues to keep on going on and on, like, we need to do this and I want us to be together and I want us to be out and all of that, you knew the nigga was in when you got with him, right? I'm sure you found that out pretty quickly after you guys started dating each other. You decided to stick with, why do people get with people and you guys don't want the same thing? Like, I guess that's something that you do when you're younger. You feel like you can get with somebody and you can change them. Everything can be so good that they'll change, or they'll change their mind and all that. And when you get older, you realize, that wastes a whole lot of time. Get with people that want the same shit as you. Quit being with people that's hiding, okay, or not ready to, come out to their friends and their family and all of that. And then you nagging them and making them feel bad about their decision. Don't make it, that shit don't help either. So I want two things, you guys. I want Miles to come clean with Amber and her hair and the daughter, especially now that this little girl is involved. I feel like he owes it to them to be truthful. And then I also want Milan to either let this man come out the closet on his own time, or get with somebody that proudly waves the rainbow flag, okay, has that shit hanging outside his house door. But this, this keeping on complaining that they not where they want to be, I'm just gonna, yeah, that's gonna get on my nerves if that's what the whole season is gonna be about. One time for Rich and the Fresh Conk. I was just like, look at you know, he had all his juices and berries and shit. I guess that was his whole little way of making himself look younger. I'm watching the two of them together, and I mean, for all intents and purposes, they look like the old fucking man with the young fucking girl. Okay, I guess Moniece is probably in her late 20s. I know Rich is somewhere around my same age. Okay, so he just on the border of giving the bitch worms. Anyway, I feel like these two really are a real couple. I feel like he seems to like her enough. But the problem is she seems to like him way, way, way too much. When I look at him with her, I feel differently than he's been with any of the other girls that's been on this show. So I'm just like, okay, it seems like that part of it is real. But yeah, all the damn, she just too. Everything is booby and honey and snookums and baby, and all of this is just gets on my fucking nerves. It's just like, girl, if you will get your nose out his ass for a few minutes. And the sex talk is just too much. Like, you know, I just don't think I ever want to picture Rich and Moniece having sex. But she is just so ready to move this thing along, which, you know, they've been together 7 fucking months. Not even a damn year. I guess it is time to talk about meeting the family. I don't think it's too early for that, you know, for him to meet the mother, the kid, if he hasn't done that. But all this other talk about vasectomies, and we know the nigga can't take care of the kids that he got right now, so maybe he, you know, could look into a little bit of a snip, but let that be his decision. Y'all ain't at that point where y'all talking about vasectomies and moving in together. She wants him to relocate to LA and all of this. I'm just like, girl, you is really doing way too much. Okay, he's not ready to do that. Okay, so it's gonna be, they gonna get on my nerves too, with her always telling him that she wants him to move to LA and for them to be together and all of that. So, child, it's just, you know, another relationship that two people that not quite on the same page, all right? You know, like I said, it seems like Rich at least is interested enough. Okay, he tells her that he wants her to remove a tattoo of, you know, her nigga old first love, first fuck, whatever he was, on her hip. That kind of made me feel like, okay, maybe he really does care, because, you know, normally men don't give a fuck what you got on your damn body if it's not nothing that they consider you to be possible long term. So, you know, him doing that, you know, and she's saying she would do it, but then the trade-off is that he got to move to LA and that they got to move in together. Just like, no, that's really... Yeah, I don't know. I feel the same way with Miles and Milan that I do with Moniece and Rich, and the fact that you gonna stress a motherfucker out so bad that I'm gonna leave you the fuck alone, because you don't know how to just sit back and chill, just relax and go with the flow and let shit happen. I understand that sometimes we gotta move things along, motherfuckers get comfortable, but 7 months is really not, it's still too early to be talking about doing all of this stuff, in my opinion. I'm not moving the fuck across the country for somebody that I've been with for 7 months. Okay, so we're gonna see what happens with Moniece and Rich Dollars. She seems to be very smitten with him. Okay, and Rich seems to just be cool. This triangle with Tierra and Ray J and Princess is about to be a mess. Don't you feel sorry that, you know, Tierra is about to kick old Princess Love square in the mouth when the bitch is down and out? I just feel real bad for Princess, even though, you guys, look, I'm all for eye for an eye. And I understand that Ray J and Princess did do Tierra dirty last season. Made her look real stupid. Put a lot of rumors out there about her and all of that. But, you know, I just, as a woman, like, I can't do something to another person. They can fuck me over. I don't know if I could do the same thing back to them. My whole thing would be like, if I'm done, I'm done. If I'm over Ray J, I'm over Ray J. I'm not fucking with none of y'all no more. My revenge would be seeing how fucked up their relationship is. Princess and Ray J ain't nothing to be jealous about, okay? They shit is fucked up. But, you know, I guess Tierra has it in her mind that, you know, she's gonna kind of play both sides of the fence. And, yeah, I was just like, gosh, I hate when women do shit like that to each other, but, you know, I guess it happens. So, you know, Tierra has this photo shoot, because we're going to talk about how she ended up at this photo shoot and shit a little later. But she has this blazer line, okay, called Blazer. Child, I guess. And she wants to collaborate with Nikki. Nikki has her lingerie line, and you know they having this photo shoot, and they're gonna have this fashion show and all of this. So she's at her photo shoot. She invites Moniece down there, and her and Moniece is talking. And get this, Moniece is giving her fucking advice on how to be in a successful fucking relationship. I say, oh, ain't that just like a bitch? As soon as they get a nigga for 15 minutes, they feel like they can tell you all the ins and outs of how to make some shit work. But, you know, Tiara's sitting there talking to her and telling her how she had this moment with Princess at the spa. But, you know, that don't mean shit. Fuck her, okay? I don't owe her nothing, and, you know, Moniece is co-signing. That shit is fucked up to me. I know, you guys. Y'all gonna tell me I'm not, you know, I'm too soft on a bitch. I really probably am. But I just like... what do you get out of it? You fucking with them. You saw how bad it made you feel. Now you about to do the same to them. And then how's that going to... I mean, maybe it's going to make her feel better. Child, I don't know. But, yeah, Moniece was just like, I wouldn't trust her. And you don't owe her nothing. And fuck her. And, you know, Tiara feels the same way. So... you know, that's that. Now, Princess is naive, you guys. She's naive into thinking that, you know, after she done put the child through all of the shit that she did, that everybody is just going to be mature enough to let bygones be bygones and that they could be friends now. Okay, so yeah, you tripping, Princess. You can't trust somebody just because, you know, even though you know yourself, you don't know nobody else, and you can't just trust bitches like that right off the bat. Okay, so she calls Tiara and they go to a bar to have drinks. She's just kind of pouring her heart out to Tiara. She's not with Ray J, 1 foot out the door. She just moved to LA for him and she don't have nothing, you know, and she's just ready to get out and live her life. Honey, Tiara is taking that shit in, just storing it away. It's storing it away for future usage. Making the girl feel comfortable enough to tell her stuff. I don't even know if she was making her feel comfortable. Princess just running off at the mouth, okay? And Tiara's just like, oh, honey, you know, you need to go on and live your life. You can't be worried about that nigga. What? Princess don't realize that Tiara was very much in love with Ray J just not too long ago. That probably means that maybe she has an ulterior motive in place, you know. Bad news, you guys. But Princess is falling for it. Tiara's just like, look, you know what? I'm going out so-and-so. Did she say Drake was having a party? I kept on rewinding that like a... Tiara, no, you bitch, you know you ain't going to no damn Drake party. Is that what she said? I probably got the shit wrong, but she said she was going to somebody's party that sounded an awful lot like Drake, okay, and she invited Princess, and Princess said, yeah, she would come on along. So she gets on, y'all, she get all dressed and gussied up. She pack her overnight bag just in case, and she's about to leave the house, and she walks out the door, and who's in the driveway but Ray J? The nigga sitting out there like a fucking stalker, okay, he's just like, why you playing all these games? And she was just like, I'm not playing no games. Ever since Princess turned up at the APT party, she been acting remote and distant. She might not like how I did it, but I did it for her. At the end of the day, I just want shit to go back the way it was, you know, for us to keep loving on each other. That Ray J is so damn funny, okay? He cut up all 10 types of fools, okay? And then he's, you know, after he think about it a couple of days later, he just be like, you know what, I was wrong. I was tripping. I didn't mean that. That nigga just think he can erase all kind of shit just by saying, you know, he was wrong. She's just like, I don't give a fuck, Ray. I'm going out with my girls. We going to have drinks. And then he was just like, you need an overnight bag? And she was just like, yep, just in case I'm fucking. Charlie tried to lay down the law, tell her to go in the house and change her dress. First of all, I told you, you can't go with your titties all out. You don't even have on no bra. You know, he tells her, you know, you gonna go in the house and change. And I was cracking up because she laughed and she was just like, no, I'm not. That's right, bitch. Don't change. Go with your titties hanging out. He's just like, can't believe that she about to do this. And she gets in her car and she was just like, I talked to Tiara and she was right about you. And then he just starts laughing because I could tell that it actually probably did kind of catch him by surprise, okay? He was just like, Princess really got me fucked up talking about she talked to Tiara and that she was right about me. I mean, you just came back to the house. I thought we was getting it right. And then you want to play these silly ass games with my ex. So he meets T because he said, you know, T gonna keep it 100. And Tiara, you know, she got her plan in motion. She's talking to him. And he was just like, what did you say to my girl Princess? And she was just like, well, damn, I thought you invited me out here so you could apologize to me. I mean, you really thought that I was giving Young Berg a fucking blowjob in the alley? And he was just like, you know, maybe not the alley, but, you know, maybe in the bedroom. She was just like, I wasn't giving no fucking blowjob and you really hurt me. And, he was just like, well, that wasn't my intention. I really wasn't trying to hurt you. He'd be real soft-spoken and everything. But she tells him, your girl came and talked to me. She was very stressed out. Like, what do you want me to say? Okay, you guys don't look like you too good for each other. Okay, you fucking her over. She fucking you over. Like, what are you guys doing to each other? So, like I said, her intention is to break them up. Okay, don't really get why. I don't know what she's gonna get out of it. Is she hoping to be back with Ray J? I don't even think is that what her intention is? But yeah, Ray J was just like, well, if I come back and ask you something, you ask her, will she come back and talk to him again? I was just like, girl, you dancing a real dangerous dance here, and that shit ain't right. Lastly, you guys, Soldier. We get to see Soldier in all his glory, okay? He say he hopped up out of bed, turned the swag on. The nigga just dripping swag goo. He is, ooh, is something crawling in here, you guys? Out the corner of my eye, I felt like I saw something moving. Y'all know how I feel about these damn bugs. I got these windows open because I'm trying not to turn on my air. Let me hurry up and finish this shit. Nia and Soldier, they said they had a whole bunch of drama last season, but you know what? All that shit is fixed now, and they both good. They at the studio together, and Fizz happens to be at the studio too, because you guys, he's about to drop a mixtape, so he's working in the studio next door. How many of you guys is looking for Lil Fizz's mixtape to come out? Anybody? Anybody? After Nia excused herself so the boys can talk, he's just telling Lil Fizz is just telling Soulja Boy how things is going real good. He ain't got no drama in his life, he's single, he just kind of out there mingling. And Soulja was just like, yeah, you need to really enjoy that, embrace that shit. Even when I'm out on the road, first of all, Nia is my main girl. Okay, she my number one. She my ride or die. But when I be on the road, be all kind of bitches in and out, in and out, and in and out. And Nia ain't got no problem with it. She know what it is, okay? And that's why I'm going to always have her back. She always going to be my number one because she lets me fucks anytime I feel like it. Fizz was just like, what? That's how it is? And he was just like, yeah, that's how the fuck it is. We got an understanding here, okay? So we find out right then and there, Nia, she is a fucking ride or die. Remember I was telling you guys about the collaboration that Nicki and Tierra has together? Okay, well, they meet with this girl named Nas. Nas is, I guess, a manager of pretty girls. I don't know, what do you be managing? Girls just be pretty, you just call them and tell them to do something. That fucking sound like a goddamn madam to me. But whatever. She got a whole plethora of pretty girls around that she can choose from, and because Nicki and Tierra are about to collaborate on this whole Blaze Her and lingerie line, okay, they need Nas to supply her with some girls. I guess that's where Amber and her hair came from. So they're sitting and they're talking, and the girl and Nas is just telling them, like, I can get you whatever you need, however many you need, just let me know. It's all good. But my mind just ain't really on it right now because I'm having man problems, because this is the kind of shit that you talk about at a fucking business damn meeting. And they're just like, girl, well, go on and tell us about your man problems, okay? Everybody always happy to get a little tea, okay? And she was just like, well, I've been fucking with this guy named Soldier. And they was just like, Soldier? I thought Soldier was seeing Nia. And she was just like, well, yeah, they was seeing each other, and then they broke up, and then I got with them, and, we've been on and off, and they've been on and off. We all been on and off together. As a matter of fact, I used to be Nia's best friend. That's how I met Soldier. And when they broke up, well, one thing led to each other. I say this about a bitch. Since when do bitches be proud about how they slid in and stole that girl's man, okay? Or even if she didn't steal him, because the nigga's out there, obviously. But, is there fucking any honor amongst thieves? Do you have to fuck on the same nigga that your girl is fucking on? Especially when we hear about all of the shit that Nia put out there on Instagram this week about all of the niggas that this girl has fucked. Kevin Hart and T.I. and Tiny and Fabulous and a whole bunch of, she was just telling all the business. Bitches fucking everybody, so I don't understand why, you had to go on and do it with your girl's boy too. So, Nikki was just like, well, you know, Nia is his girl. And she was just like, yeah, but so am I. You know, he tell me he loved me and all of this. Nikki was just like, well, I don't really know about all of that. Nia, my girl, I'm going to have to talk to her about it. Tierra tells her, well, honey, if Nia is the main girl, well, then what do that say about you, girl? That don't add up to it. You need to go on and subtract yourself out of the equation. Nas was just like, yeah, you know. But you already can tell that Nas ain't got no plans of trying to get out the picture. So Nikki got a problem with it. She got to tell her girl, like, hey, I mean, you got to tell it when it's some shit that's blatant like this and this supposedly is your friend, okay? So she goes and tells her, look, I was out with Tierra the other day and we had lunch with this girl and she said that she's fucking on Soldier Boy. And, you know, Nia's just looking like, oh, who was it? Ain't excited about it or nothing. I guess this is the shit that she go through all the time, okay, because they have an understanding. And she's the main girl. And she's a ride-or-die. You fucking ride-or-die bitches get on my nerves, okay? Just because of this. She said, oh, her name is Nas. And, you know, she was just like, oh, that bitch. I thought I was done with her, okay? But she, you know, she then came back in this situation. She think that she gonna be with Soulja Boy. Even if I wasn't with him, he ain't gonna never choose her. That's how these women make themselves feel. That's what they think in their brain. Just like, but you, just like, oh my God. That Nia girl ain't, you know, that bitch, the shit is, the connections ain't all there either. Something wrong with her as well. Nikki was just like, well, you awful calm. And she was just like, look, I mean, I'd be crazy if I had to fight every single girl that come out the woodwork and say that she been fucking on Soldier. I mean, he out there, shit is happening, you know. I guess what she wanted to say was, as long as I didn't know about it, then I was gonna be good with it. But we got bitches out there declaring her love and shit for the nigga, then I guess I need to handle it. Okay, that's what she didn't say, but that's what she should have said, because, I mean, I guess that is the understanding that you have to have with these young rappers. Like, I don't even know, like, why do girls put themselves in these situations with these guys? Let them go out and be single and fuck everybody. And when the motherfucker is old and gray and don't nobody want his old ass no more, he got prostate problems and all of that, then you go on and try to be with a nigga. But when they be rappers and entertainers and ball players and all that, and they in their prime, why are you trying to be with them? Like, I mean, it has to be a super special situation. And even then, motherfuckers get bitches thrown at them all the time. It's just no way. If you don't have the understanding that you just gonna turn a blind eye, there ain't no sense of getting mad. So I guess that's what Nia's saying. But it seemed like it would just be easier not to be with the nigga, but I guess she just want to be with him. So Nikki tells her there's this boot camp that the girl is having, because I guess she's a fitness expert as well, and we gonna all go. So you should come, so you can confront her. Nia was just like, okay, I'm gonna go on down there and see what the bitch got to say. So the day of the boot camp, they get down there. Nikki and Tierra and Moniece, they all there, and then all of a sudden, here comes showing up April and Nia. Nas is just like, what the fuck is she doing here? You know, Nikki kind of looking around like, But we already know it's fixing to be some drama. Nia, I guess she decided, I mean, she gets in line like she about to work out, and Nas is just like, oh, we need to talk. And she was just like, no, we don't need to talk. And she was like, yes, we do. We need to talk. She was like, well, what do we need to talk about? And she was like, we need to talk about Soldier. Okay, we need to talk about our friendship. Okay, y'all relationship. We just need to talk about a whole bunch of things. And she was just like, no, we don't need to do any of that. I'm thinking like, bitch, what the fuck was your plan? You show up at the bitch thing, but now you don't want to talk to her because she's in your fucking face. Like, you know, you look stupid. You got all your girls here. You say you gonna confront this child, but child, you ain't trying to do none of that, because the whole time that Nas is up on her was just like talking to her and everything, and Nia's just like, well, how did you meet him? You met him through me, and you know, kind of just like making it be known that, bitch, you stole my man and you trying to get with my man, okay, in front of her girls. All the girls are just kind of standing there looking like, Nas is walking up on Nia, honey, and Nia's backing up. Nas was just like, bitch, I'll beat your motherfucking ass right here, okay? And April kind of tries to break him up like, no, it ain't gonna be none of that. As soon as, you know, then when security comes rushing up, that's when all of a sudden Nia gets some balls and she gonna fuck her up and all of that and get your nasty ass on, bitch, and all of this. Security carries the girl, you know, screaming that, you know, your man was still eating on my pussy, and how the fuck do my pussy taste? I was just like, yo, nasty ass bitches. But I was like, when Nia said the shit is nasty, I was just like, well, maybe she do know that, you know, he been fucking on old girl already. Like, I don't know, but this whole thing is stupid. I hope Nia, if anything else don't come out of this season, she don't realize how fucking silly she looked running after Soulja Boy's ass, and he fucking everybody in the damn world. Silliness. Ooh, y'all, it's hot. I got this sweater on. It's actually not really hot outside, but it's warm in this car. Let me get off of here. You guys remember to rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm itsrox. The channel is for itsrox, and everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. Alright? Alright, so I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Until next time, Roxstars. Bye.